Do y'all see the vision yet for the loft? I know, it's hard to understand, but it's coming together. Then we're gonna have that table whenever I get to it. Let's turn. I promise this loft is gonna come together. I promise. I'm gonna finish the table. I promise. All right, so a little bit of a life update. Your girl is unemployed. I have no job. Got laid off last week. It hasn't even been like a full week since. And when the text message came through at like 6:30 in the morning, stating, "Don't come to work, your role has been terminated," I didn't feel any type of way. It didn't feel like a loss to me. I felt like I knew what to do or how to pivot. And I know some people do feel at a loss when, you're laid off, because especially if you've been working somewhere for over 20 years. So my heart goes out to those people. The timing of it was kind of insane. I've always wanted to do art and be a full-time artist. And I've never felt like I had the opportunity to take the leap and feel pretty secure about it, like financially and all of that stuff. So I feel like now it feels like a test in a way. Like you say that you want something and God gives it to you, and it's like the ultimate test. Are you disciplined enough? Are you proactive enough to keep this? So I feel like that's what it is for the next like 3 months. So I got to start running a very, very strict program, like really strict program. I've never had this much free time in my life. And I know what to do with it. I know, to create art, but to be your own boss and force yourself to get up and do the things that you need to do is different. I ain't never been here before. So this is going to be interesting. It's just so wild because I literally 2 to 3 weeks ago, I made a video about being a full-time artist for a week, just because I took a week off for my birthday. And now this is real life. This is reality. Having a space in a studio at home. I don't have to worry about how I'm gonna pay rent for a studio. So that's a blessing. I am gonna be able to stay afloat financially for a little bit, not for a long time. I was already kind of laying the groundwork for how I wanted to be successful as an artist. I talked about being organized and putting those art applications and grants on my calendar. And now I actually have no excuse. I have no excuse not to apply, not to continue to seek opportunities. So yeah, I feel pretty good about it in a weird way. Like, I've prepared myself for this moment. Like, even building the studio was a part of that conditioning. It took a lot of discipline, a lot of willpower to get up and do something that is super challenging that you've never done before. So I feel like this is just another one of those tests for me. And I'm optimistic about the outcome, and I'm optimistic about the journey and the path forward. So yeah, enough about that. Over the weekend, I had the opportunity to lead a workshop at the Dallas Museum of Art. It went so well, and I had so much fun. There were so many people that came through to open studio. I'm not gonna lie, where I was located was kind of in the cut. So I was just like, nobody's gonna find me over here. But they found me. It was the first time facilitating a workshop around what I do as an artist. So it was very different, and I feel like the whole purpose of it was for people to just be free and in a state of play, especially for the adults. I was very intrigued with the people who deviated from what I said completely. I'm very keen on people doing whatever the heck they want when I facilitate workshops. I think that's actually super cool for people to be creative and do something different. Shout out to Huey Dynamite and Nostalgia and Noise for making this amazing photo booth with my head almost 4 feet tall. People kept sending it to me on Instagram or tagging me in the photos before I even saw it myself. I was so busy, so I hadn't been downstairs. Seeing it in person was just that's crazy. His work at that scale is an experience. it's just an experience, and it's really, really cool that they were able to do that. The next thing that I have to get ready for is another opportunity with an organization I've never worked with before. I don't feel like an imposter in this situation. After doing the DMA workshop, like that imposter syndrome did not follow me into this next thing that I'm about to do. They are picking my work up today from the house at 3:30, and I think it's like, I don't know where my phone is. I think it's like 1 o'clock, so I have a little bit of time to get everything together. I've known about this way too long to be packaging artwork at the last minute, but here we are. It shouldn't take too long. Most of it is already packed up, but I'm just making sure that they have like literally, you know, everything that they need before they get here. Have opportunities where like people come to you and you're not having to leave the house. That's, you know, it's different. It's different. There's levels to this shit. Coming to get my work. Like that's a whole nother, actually, I love that for me. And I hope that happens more often. Praying for more opportunities like this. I had to take a moment to review what all is going to be a part of the exhibit, because I kind of forgot. But it looks like it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 art pieces, and I have most of them are wrapped up and prepared, but I'm just gonna double check everything to make sure everything is there. And then I also need to redo the templates for the pieces that are symbols individually. So that is what we're going to. This tripod don't ever be working for me. Hold on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to that, because sometimes I be losing my perception of time, and I have way less time because it's already 1:30 and they're coming at 3:30, and I don't know how long this is gonna take me. So yeah, let's get to work. Yo, so I just finished with like a couple minutes to spare. When I walked in the house, I looked out the window and they were there. I should have done this like 2 days ago. Honestly, last week, the week before that. I was hoping it would look like a little clearer in here now that I've removed some stuff, but maybe slightly, but I really just made a mess trying to make all these templates. So I gotta clean all of this stuff off the floor. I'm gonna keep the templates that I have on cardboard. It's always good to have a backup because people throw things away. I wrote on all the boxes, don't throw this away, and I had told them that, you know, previously people have thrown stuff away. That's why I have to write it down. But yeah, I'm gonna keep these templates just in case I need a backup in the future. I trust that they are not going to throw things away. He seems very professional and all of that stuff. But just in case things get damaged, anything can happen. Anything can happen. For the rest of the day, I think I'm gonna go ahead and work on creating or building out my next few pieces. I've been sitting on it for a minute. I've like kind of drafted them out in Photoshop, but I do need to sketch them out like today and start the process. And I just have nothing else to do, so I might as well, you know, paint the stuffs. It is 3:34. I like literally got it done in time just as he got here. Like, I really have to do better. I have to do better. I feel like the more art that I create, the more the space will actually clear up a little bit, because a lot of the junk in here is just wood. This is just a bunch of like, whoa, this camera got a mind of its own. A bunch of like wooden scraps that I need to do, you know, something with, and the more art that I make and get it out of here, the more this space will clear up. So I think that concludes this video. Oh, I gotta show y'all. So this is the progress that I've made on the piece that I started last time. I'm waiting for the white to dry. I still want to add some like finishing touches and stuff to like the hair and just highlights, and there's letters on his shirt that I'm gonna try to figure out. Like, I kind of don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it. I ain't got nothing. I have all the time in the world. I have no excuse to not challenge myself to do lettering on fabric. So yeah, I want to actually paint these, and these are going to be like a part of the multiple components. But yeah, I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly, but you'll see it when I finish. All right, that concludes this video. It's been real, it's been a good time, it's been a productive time. I will see y'all next week.